got me in here fantasizing. I'm trying to see that panty line.
As I'm sitting here during my rest day in this beautiful natural part of Utah, I figured I would talk about something very important to me that I've learned over several years of competition and high-level climbing. How many times have you walked into your session and warmed up feeling maybe a little low on energy, not super strong, and you end up pulling onto your project and you feel like you can't focus, like it's immediately a negative session, and any failure that you have leads to a negative mentality? This has happened plenty of times for me, and I figured out a system that works pretty well consistently, that if you practice and you stay consistent with, it can make all of your sessions just that much better and lead to better outcome, better performance, and a clearer mindset. This process that I've developed with the help of my coach Tim Kang has also been thoroughly researched and talked about in the book Do Hard Things, which only solidifies the validity of this process. So step one for me is always taking an honest check-in with where I'm at mentally for the day. So asking myself questions like, what is on my mind? What are some anxieties that I've been dealing with throughout the day? What are my expectations going into this session or competition? What does success and failure actually mean to me? Like, it'll be like the most random things, like I'm climbing with my friend today and typically I'm better than them or they're better than me. And so yeah, I'm just thinking about how well I'll do compared to them. Or it can be like school is really stressing me out, my job's really stressing me out. Just sorting through your emotional backpack before you dive deeper into your own personal process is super important, and bringing clarity to these things that are on your mind will help you substantially, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, but it'll help you just improve your focus and stay present and intentional during your session. The second part of my process, now that I'm fully in tune with where my mind's at for the day, is to give yourself a quick reality check. Setting your expectations too high can lead to extreme disappointment and just a bunch of negative emotions. In the book Do Hard Things, they harp on understanding the reality of the situation will only benefit you, rather than going into something with blind confidence and expectations. So for me that looks like recognizing all the uncontrollable events that could happen during my session or competition, whether that's bad skin, waking up feeling sore, or just feeling sore throughout the day, someone outperforming you, maybe you just slipping, or all these things that just occur naturally throughout our climbing sessions. Theoretically, in a perfect world, these things are avoidable, but in the reality of things, a bunch of negative things can happen. It's important to recognize that and find a place of acceptance towards these negative things. Realizing that these things might happen, but I still have things that I can control. And these controllables can allow for a successful outcome in the end. Which brings me to step 3. The third step is, now that you've recognized where you're at mentally, some uncontrollable things that can happen that might be negative, might be positive, but just coming to terms with those things. Now you can focus on the things that you can control that will bring you a better outcome and just a better session in general. The greatest thing that I like to go into my sessions controlling is my attitude. If I can have a positive attitude with belief, confidence, and commitment for every session, then that's already a win. A lot of people go into their sessions and they're not in control of their attitude. They fall and they feel disappointed, and the negative emotions bring negative hormones and your body reacts negatively, only promoting further disappointment through your session. If you can stay on top of your attitude and you can practice daily doing those things, in the pressure of the time crunch and competition, those things will stand strong and your work will really show when it matters. Some days I'm better with this, some days I'm not, but putting a lot of effort towards my analysis before I pull onto the wall and after analyzing my climbing is super important to developing skills, techniques, and my overall climbing IQ that will help me in moments of competition as well. So being really diligent about analyzing my mechanics, analyzing my habits, and making changes every time before I get on the wall is something that's super important, and I can control that. It's not that my foot picks and the session's over. It's no, I have another thing that I can control, which is what am I going to do about it next time, and that can give me strength and resilience in hard times. Finally, the step that ties it all together. You can do all these things, and when you fall on the wall, you still might feel a little ounce of negativity or a lack of focus. However, with this final step, it really solidifies all these tactics for me. And that's finding a place of clarity, presence, and gratitude. So harnessing positive emotions that go beyond just your climbing and your climbing sessions. Finding a state of positivity and happiness before you enter the gym, before you pull on the wall, is super beneficial for just having a good attempt in general. In order to achieve this state of being, I like to just take either a few mindful breaths, follow a meditation practice on YouTube, or just be conscious about being positive and having a great attitude going into my next attempt or my next session. Now you know how to make the most out of your session and how to train this tool that most people aren't training. If you are consistent with this practice or find your own system for entering a session or an attempt with a good focused mindset, then I swear and I promise that your climbing will only get better and better. I'll continue practicing this every single day that I can. I like to give myself grace with this practice. Sometimes I want to enter the session and just session with my friends and not really think about all these complicated topics that might seem overwhelming during a casual bouldering session or a sports session. But the more I can give intention to this practice, the better I seem to do in competitions, and you just really notice a difference over the course of a week or a month of continuously practicing this. So I hope you enjoyed this informational video, and please use this information to benefit your next session.